Bengaluru on this one. Prajwal, good morning. Prajwal, obviously the Congress party would have expected a reaction of this sort to come in for the Bajrang Dal. But what is it that the Congress is hoping essentially to be able to get out of this? Because in other states, if you see, they haven't really, made comments or had any manifestos which appear at least to be against Hindutva largely. So what is it that's in their minds, and how do you see this unfolding today?
At least for now, we get to understand that there is a statewide protest which is being launched by the Bajrang Dal, and especially in Bengaluru, we are seeing that the Vijayanagar unit of the Bajrang Dal will shortly be launching a protest against the Congress manifesto, particularly where they have stated that they would go ahead and ban Bajrang Dal too, and in this regard, they will also be chanting the Hanuman Chalisa. Right now, we are here at the protest place where they're all present at this point of time, and we also get to understand that there has been a lot of commotion. Let's also just take in a voice from Mr. Shashi, who is the president of the Bajrang Dal unit in Bengaluru. Mr. Shashi, now we are getting to understand that you will also shortly be chanting the Hanuman Chalisa. You are going ahead and protesting against the Congress manifesto as well. What do you want to state to? Because now the Congress leadership itself is divided. Now we are seeing Mr. Veerappa Moila, who is a Congress leader, is stating that essentially the Congress cannot be banning the Bajrang Dal. So a section of the Congress leaders believe that the Bajrang Dal should not be banned. What do you have to state in this regard?
देखिए, वो आपको खुद मालूम पड़ेगा कि उनके अंदर खुद की दरार है. कल भी जो कांग्रेस के जो संत है आचार्य जी, उन्होंने खुद बोला कि नहीं, बजरंग दल पर जो बैन लगाना है वो गलत है. बजरंग दल ने ऐसा कोई आतंकवादी संगठन नहीं जिसमें लोग कर्नाटका से जो कांग्रेस की जो टीम है उन्होंने जो मैनिफेस्टो निकाला उसमें लिखा कि बैन है. कांग्रेस के खुद लोगों के अंदर एक दरार है. कोई बोलते हैं यही, जैसे कांग्रेस यहाँ की जो कर्नाटक के जो लोग हैं कांग्रेस, वो बोलते हैं कि आतंकवादी के साथ जोड़ा जा रहा है, और कुछ कांग्रेस की एक पार्टी, एक टीम ये भी बोल रही है कि बजरंग दल कभी भी कोई आतंकवादी गतिविधियों में या माहौल ख़राब करने में कभी भी उनका दखल नहीं रहा है. तो स्वाभाविक है कि एक उनका जो डिसीजन लिया गया है मुसलमानों के वोट को हित के देख के लिया, बाकी और कोई फंडा नहीं है. एक ही फंडा है कि हिंदुओं पर अत्याचार करेंगे तो मुसलमान हमारे पास आएंगे. बस यही फंडा लेकर उन्होंने जो मैनिफेस्टो रिलीज किया है.
Is this so? Essentially, are you saying that this is minority appeasement by the Congress and this is only being done just as a poll gimmick?
एकदम सर. देखिए, चुनाव आ गया है, उनको सारी जगह से उनको जो चोट मिली है, दिल्ली में जो सरकार अपना अच्छा काम कर रही है, कर्नाटक में अच्छा काम, यूपी का अच्छा काम कर रही है, उनको ऐसा लग रहा है कि हमारा अस्तित्व खत्म होता जा रहा है, हम लोग खत्म होते जा रहे हैं. तो उन्होंने वही एक खेल खेला है कि अपने अस्तित्व को बचाने के लिए एक बार क्यों ना हिंदू मुसलमानों को सामने सामने खड़ा कर दिया जाए. ये खड़ा करने की जो तैयारी उन्होंने की है, ये उनके लिए बहुत बड़ा नुकसानदायक है.
Also now the Congress has now and again stated, especially the state leadership, that they had nothing to do against this. So are you seeing the role of central leadership of the Congress taking a decision?
एकदम. देखिए, यहाँ के लीडर, देखिए मैं बोलता हूँ जैसे शिव कुमार जी हैं, सिद्धरामैया साहब हैं, ये अपना डिसीजन तो नहीं लिए होंगे. 100% ये डिसीजन कहीं ना कहीं दिल्ली से तो आया ही होगा. जो हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट है, सबको मालूम है कौन है. उनकी जो मानसिकता है वो विदेशी मानसिकता है. विदेशी मानसिकता जिसकी होगी वो यही सोचेगा कि एक ऐसा माहौल खड़ा कर दो कि चुनाव में कि कुछ 19-20 वाला माहौल हो और हम अपना वोट की राजनीति कर सके. डेफिनेटली दिल्ली इसमें इन्वॉल्व है.
We'll come back to you even as you go ahead and continue this protest. Now we are clearly going ahead and seeing that Mr. Shashi has clearly lashed out against the Congress party and is stating that essentially it is the Congress top leadership in Delhi which is taking all these decisions, and they are the ones who are responsible for this as well, because somewhere the state Congress leadership is totally divided over this, and also with the fact that Veerappa Moily, who is one of the topmost Congress leaders at the center and also in the state of Karnataka, now coming out in the open, giving out a support, essentially saying that the Congress cannot ban the Bajrang Dal, is something of a setback as well, and this would definitely go ahead and turn out to prove costly for the Congress in the upcoming assembly elections too.
All right, Prajwal, do stay with us. Now, in fact, the latest piece of news that we are getting is that the BJP leader Ishwarappa has burned the Karnataka Congress Party's manifesto. Right now, if you can share any more details with us on that. So we're going to play out the images as well of Ishwarappa burning the Congress manifesto for Karnataka. So this incident took place at a protest. Perhaps Prajwal can tell us more about this. Prajwal?
We are getting these visuals from Shimoga where, in fact, KS Ishwarappa is going ahead and protesting against the Congress, essentially stating that the manifesto is totally uncalled for, and these are the sort of reactions that is coming in from the BJP leader. We need to also understand the fact that KS Ishwarappa this time was not given a ticket. He was quite unhappy with it but he stated that he will be along with the party as well, and now him going to burn the Congress manifesto is essentially stating that they are with the Bajrang Dal as well. And the BJP has also reiterated in the past with Union Minister Shobha Karandlaje, who stated that they are strongly with the Bajrang Dal, and the Bajrang Dal is also an essential part of the BJP party too. So these visuals which you are seeing on the screens is from Shimoga, where the BJP unit along with the Bajrang Dal cadres are burning the manifesto of the Congress party.
All right, Prajwal, earlier I was asking you about why you think that the Congress party actually put the idea that they want to ban essentially the Bajrang Dal in their manifesto, because in other states, if we see, Prajwal, we haven't really had the Congress, have such a manifesto where they essentially seem to be attacking Hindutva. But what is it that's different in Karnataka that they have taken this gamble?
Somewhere now what we get to understand with some from the sources highly placed in the BJP, even as we are speaking, we are getting visuals of the protest. Just quickly shifting to the protest which is breaking out here in Bengaluru, where the Bajrang Dal unit has started protesting against the Congress party as well, and they will shortly begin chanting the Hanuman Chalisa as well, and more members of the Bajrang Dal party are coming in together. And with chants of Vande Mataram, we are, chants of Vande Mataram are also being heard over here, and chants of Jai Shri Ram as well. So this is right now exclusive on Republic, where more and more Hindu organizations are coming out in large numbers, because essentially it's not only the Bajrang Dal but also the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Hindu Jana Jagrati Samiti, who is also joining hands with the Bajrang Dal, stating that they will go ahead and intensify these protests too. So these visuals right there on your screen is a testimony to the fact that the Bajrang Dal is gaining ground, and this
I'm sorry, we can barely hear what you are saying right now. There appears to be a lot of ambient noise from where you are. This is protest that is going on right now. But thank you for the moment for joining us. We're going to come back to you. News just coming in suggests that the Congress party itself appears to be divided over the banning of the Bajrang Dal. Let me also go across to a comment that we've had from Ishwarappa, who burnt the Congress's manifesto.
स्वातंत्र पूर्व में वो सभी फाइटर्स है ना, वो सभी देश का भारतीय संस्कृति को ऊपर लाने के लिए वो फाइट किया इंडिपेंडेंस के लिए। लेकिन ये दोनों का, ये कर्नाटक में कांग्रेस वाले ये बजरंग दल को पीएफआई के साथ जोड़ रहा है। पीएफआई तो नेशनल लेवल में अभी बैन हो गया है। ये बैन होने के ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को अगेन बैन करने का क्या है? सिर्फ बजरंग दल का नाम बोलने के लिए कांग्रेस को वो करेज नहीं है, इसलिए वो राष्ट्रभक्त संगठन है, उसको भी मिलाकर वो मेरे मैनिफेस्टो में बोला है, इसलिए कर्नाटक लोग कांग्रेस को तिरस्कार करेंगे।
Shravan Sen also joins us live from Bengaluru now. Shravan, good morning. Shravan, I wanted to understand from you, why is it that the Congress party has decided to put banning the Bajrang Dal in its manifesto? Given the fact that, in other states you don't see Congress have something that is seen largely as being against Hindutva in their manifesto. So what is it that is different about Karnataka, its Hindutva, that the Congress party has, taken such a gamble?
Well, Nupur, if you go by the manifesto of the Congress party, they say that they have not asked for a ban on the Bajrang Dal. They are essentially saying action should be taken against the Bajrang Dal. They say that multiple FIRs have been registered against them, and as they say, they call it an Utpati organization, which is basically an organization which causes havoc, creates law and order situation, and that is the reason why they say that action should be taken. They once again are reiterating the fact that nowhere in the manifesto are they suggesting that there should be a ban on the Bajrang Dal. The problem lies when they're essentially equating Bajrang Dal to that of the Popular Front of India. That's when it has come to a conclusion that perhaps the Congress party here in Karnataka are essentially looking at perhaps a proposal to be floated like they have done in the past as far as the Popular Front of India is concerned, that the centre should basically ban Bajrang Dal. Now this has only backfired because it totally appears that the Congress party is now a divided lot. There is one section which appears to be extremely uncomfortable because they know that this is going to have a direct impact, and direct impact in areas where they are trying to basically make an inroad, especially in coastal Karnataka, when you have pro-Hindu outfits who are very, very active. And that is exactly why the Congress party at this stage, they are quite wary about the situation. They feel that this is only going to dampen their prospects in those very areas, and the Bharatiya Janata Party is not letting this go. The plan that they have on the ground is that it's a massive outreach that they want, and they want to go to the public by saying that Congress party is an anti-Hindu party, and they are equating this organization to the Popular Front of India, which has been banned. And let's not forget that ban has been upheld by a tribunal. And not just that, if you take a look at the organization itself, the Popular Front of India, you've had the founding member of the Popular Front of India, which has been a member of ex-Simi. And not just that, there are several terror cases in which Popular Front of India's name has emerged, especially here in the state of Karnataka, be it in the case of Praveen Nitaru, be it in the case of Harsha Mata in Shivamoga, from where we are reporting right now. And that is exactly why one part of the Congress party appears to be extremely nervous at this stage. The other are hoping that this is going to lead to some sort of a consolidation of the minority votes. Once again, the allegation that they are facing is that, is this an attempt for minority appeasement?
Right. Right. Also, Karnataka does have caste politics that is completely different from other states in the country. And we're going to come back to that one, Shravan. But as Shravan was pointed out, it does appear that the Congress party is already extremely divided over it. We have had the former chief minister and the Congress leader saying that they can't be banning the Bajrang Dal. So the Congress already appearing to be very divided over its manifesto. Let's listen into that comment by Veerappa Moily.
ಅದೇ PMF ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟನೆ DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Shravan, if I could come back to you. Shravan, it's exactly statements like this one that we are getting from Veerappa Moily, which obviously make it appear that the Congress hasn't really thought this through. But that would be strange, given the fact that, there were three of these stalwarts who've actually worked upon the manifesto. Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president himself, is from Karnataka. So it would be, something that many wouldn't digest, that they did not think this over.
Well, in fact, the chairman of the manifesto committee happens to be a tall Lingayat leader for the Congress party. And let's not forget, this is only going to lead to very uncomfortable questions for the Congress party. If at all they are willing to go ahead and ban Bajrang Dal, why is it that in the Congress ruled states of Rajasthan as well as in Chhattisgarh, no such move was actually made? And that's a question that was actually asked to the Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, who said that there was no need of it, and it is the law and order situation which they are more concerned about. But as far as Karnataka is concerned, there is one section which are essentially saying that this was not well thought. More importantly, this was something that they did not understand perhaps the ramifications of it on the ground. In coastal Karnataka, remember, the Congress does not have a foothold. Barring a couple of seats here and there, especially in places like Udupi and a few others in Mangalore and surrounding areas, surrounding constituencies, the Congress has not been able to have a foothold. But this time, if you go by the statements that have been made by the Karnataka Congress President D.K. Shivakumar, he says that they want a full majority and they are pegging the number at 141, that is way above the halfway mark. But for that to even happen, remember, what is going to be important is that seats of coastal Karnataka, which is a sizable number, they need to have that inroad. With this kind of a statement that has actually been made, there is a damage control that they're trying to make. D.K. Shivakumar also went on to say that the Congress party is not against the Bajrangis. They are against the Bajrang Dal because they primarily believe that this is a group which has only created law and order situation in the state of Karnataka.
All right, Shravan, do stay with us. Let's also go across to Priyanka, who's reporting, I think, from Bengaluru, if I'm not mistaken. Priyanka, good morning. Priyanka, a game changer often at the end of these election campaigns is the Prime Minister's visits. Now, we've seen that in other states. What is the kind of impact that you are seeing on the ground? And I ask you this because you cover Gujarat very closely. So give us a sense of whether that is something that could impact the fortunes of the BJP in this final leg of campaigning.
It definitely seems like that, Nupur, because as Shravan was also breaking down these political narratives that are being built around this entire issue, it's important to note how the Prime Minister also brought that up yesterday in the speech that he made. Now, looking at that in the context of what you've just asked me, as far as the Prime Minister effect on the ground as well, because we do see aggressive campaigning by the BJP, aggressive goal setting by the BJP as well, and very interesting that you brought up Gujarat as well, because right after the Gujarat result, we saw that the Home Minister Amit Shah had come down to Karnataka, and time again he had made those meetings, he had those meetings with the state level leadership and had set the goal for them that this is not just about the halfway mark, this is about a clear majority that they are aspiring to get in this particular assembly elections. And of course, the campaigning that is being carried out by the BJP, the Prime Minister, as far as he's concerned, we do see aggressive road shows, aggressive campaigning, aggressive speeches that are being made, very emotional speeches as well that are being made, the kind of statements that he's had made about the kind of abuses that are being doled out to him by the Congress party. Now, once again, the Congress party, in fact, the manifesto of the Congress party also coming at the forefront of this entire controversy, how the Prime Minister had also mentioned this. In fact, a very important point of this entire campaigning had also been when the Prime Minister had stated that the Congress first was against Lord Ram, now they are against Lord Hanuman. Is something that they said, is something that he said, and it's also something important that Shravan also pointed out, that this is the narrative that is being built, and that the Congress is on the back foot trying to defend themselves, that they're not against the Bajrangis, right, but they're against these organizations.
Priyanka, I'm sorry I'll have to interrupt you there, but there is a protest that's on currently, and I think Prajwal is reporting on it. Let's very quickly dip into that.
Essentially demanding what Mr. Shivkumar, we have seen over the last few years that somewhere the Bajrang Dal as well as the right-wing outfits are clearly going on and stating that the Congress is anti-Hindu too. What do you have to say in this regard? Do you see any sort of political overtones to this entire decision announcement which is being made by the Congress? Because essentially the Congress has stated that it will not ban, but only if they are involved in untoward activities they will be banning the Bajrang Dal. What's your take on this?
Throughout India, everywhere, in every state, almost Congress is coming down. They are losing the power. For that reason, they want to gain power in Karnataka. They are planning. Before also last week, before 1 week also, Siddaramaiah stated like Lingayats are corrupted CMs. That major instantly done that one. Now, due to that reason, they want to gain popularity and they want to get Muslims on. For Muslim appeasement, they have cleanly planned and well planned. They have printed the manifesto that Bajrang Dal and PFI, where has been proved and banned throughout India. In spite of that, they have compared Bajrang Dal to PFI. That is a major problem. उसी कारण से हम लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं. कहीं भी दिखा सकते हैं, कहीं भी कांग्रेस वाला पूछो सिद्धरामैया या डीके को, let them prove like Bajrang Dal people have done any harm to anyone till today. There is no way they can give one instance. और मैं ये क्या पूछना चाहता हूँ, बजरंग दल किसी का बाप का नहीं है. ये सब कार्यकर्ता लोग का, हिंदू लोग का संगठन है. ऐसा रहने से ये अकेला कैसा बोल देगा? It has some rules for banning. In spite of that, they have clearly shown they want to gain Muslim vote. For that reason, only this time they are saying this one. They didn't say before that. If that was the reason when 5 years they were given, people had given a time for power, no? They would have proved that one.
The Congress essentially states that the Bajrang Dal at some point of time is trying to incite hatred between two communities. If they are involved in unlawful activities, we will be taking action against them. So what is this unlawful activities which the Congress is pointing out against the pro-Hindu outfits now?
Only because of the hardly there are left for another 7 days. For that popularity of gaining Muslims, what they are doing this one. If that was the case, previously I told, when they had Sidramaya was 5 years CM, that time itself they should have done this one. And they can't show one example. कहाँ बजरंग दल ने किसी का harm किया? I can show n number of cases where PFI done, and even government knows, public knows how many PFI activists have done harm for Hindu people. They have slaughtered cows, human love jihad का केस बहुत है. ऐसा बहुत केस दे सकते हैं.
These are all very contentious issues that you are speaking about. But at the same point of time, somewhere the Congress leadership in the state of Karnataka, Mr. Veerappa Moily, who is the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, he was also in the Congress center. He's one of the top faces for the Congress in the state of Karnataka as well as at the center. He says essentially the Congress party in itself cannot be banning the Bajrang Dal. And the Congress somewhere seems to be divided. So some of the leaders are in fact supporting, saying no, the ban is totally uncalled for. So what are you seeing? Is this the top leadership of the Congress who are pressurizing the state leadership? Are you seeing a divide in the Congress as well from a layman's perspective?
That is what I told before also. It has been planned from the center itself. Whatever it is, like Madam Sonia Gandhi also sits and watches everything without any direction from her. There's nothing like Pranalike can't be like finalized. She's reading and finalizing itself they have done. They doesn't want one Wakkaliga to be CM. They have like initially they have announced as DK Shivakumar as an Rajya Sabha, Rajya President, no, State President they have announced. But they doesn't want one Wakkaliga DK Shivakumar to be CM of their own party. For that,
so you are making a big statement. You are making a big statement here. You are saying that the Congress does not want DK Shivakumar to become the chief minister, and therefore they are introducing such.
So they have proved no. Parameshwar was everyone said. Even some of Congress leaders had told before also. Parameshwar was purposely defeated by the help of Sidramaya itself.
We will again come back to you. These are quite crucial, critical statements being made by the pro-Hindu outfits as well, stating that essentially Sidramaya does not want DK Shivakumar to become the chief minister, and therefore such a controversial thing was introduced in the Congress manifesto. On this note, we'll quickly slip into a short break, but on the other side, we will get you more live visuals, more voices from the protest happening in Karnataka as well as in Bengaluru.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of aspiration?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician. I am not a sannyasi. But my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former chief minister, former deputy chief minister. They know. You and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician. I am not a sannyasi. But my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former chief minister, former deputy chief minister. They know. You and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities.
हर योजना में 85% कमीशन खाने वाली कांग्रेस कर्नाटका को दशकों पीछे ले जाकर गड्ढे में गाड़ देगी। ई बारियां निर्धारा बहुमत बीजेपी सरकारा। इस बार कर्नाटका ने पूर्ण बहुमत वाली बीजेपी की स्थिर सरकार बनाने का निर्णय कर लिया है।
You're watching Live and Breaking. Well, former Chief Minister and Congress leader has now said they cannot ban the Bajrang Dal. The Congress is divided itself over banning Bajrang Dal in Karnataka, a point that it has stated in its manifesto itself. Let's listen in to know more. Well, joining me is my colleague Prajwal to take us through this piece of breaking news. Well, Prajwal, take our viewers through how the Congress itself is divided. We are hearing contradictory statements from their different leaders and top leaders at that.
Definitely. You know, Acharya ji clearly went ahead and stated that somewhere the Bajrang Dal should not be banned and it should not be compared with any terror outfit. But at the same point of time now we are having Veerappa Moily himself who is essentially going on to state that the Congress cannot be banning the Bajrang Dal in the state of Karnataka, and it was totally uncalled for. Let's go across, getting more and more voices as well. You know, try to speak to a few other people too. Let's go on, speak to them. These are the visuals, live visuals from the protest as well. We have one of the workers from the Bajrang Dal. Let's go across and speak to him. You know, essentially now the talking point has become that the Congress is divided over this entire thing. Some of them state that this was totally uncalled for. But as a worker, as a worker of a pro-Hindu outfit, what do you have to state?
Congress is anti-Hindu. They are talking about Bajrang Dal. Bajrang Dal has been working for Hindu cause from the last 50 plus years, and there is no one single black mark on us. They are comparing Bajrang Dal with PFI, which is unruled, and Congress itself is divided. They themselves don't know what they have written in their own manifesto. That's the last thing. So there is a lot of infighting among them. They are just using this to get Muslim votes and nothing else. They are trying to divide the Hindus, unite the Muslims against Hindus. That's the only thing they are trying to do.
Okay, you know, just going across to the visuals, we'll go across to these visuals, we'll go try to speak into a few people, try to understand what essentially it means for them as well. Go on, try get in some voices as well. Just going across to a few other protesters, asking them what they essentially want. You know, aapka demand kya hai? Because essentially we understand that this whole protest has started out because that the Congress ideally stated that if you're involved in any unlawful activities, the Bajrang Dal will be banned. What's your take on it?
हमारा डिमांड यही है कि ना हमें बीजेपी से कोई आपत्ति है ना कोई कांग्रेस से आपत्ति है. हमें आपत्ति उन्हीं लोगों से है जिन्होंने एक स्टेटमेंट जारी किया है चुनाव का माहौल मतलब गर्म करने के लिए कि अगर हमारी पार्टी पक्षबाजी में कोई मतलब लीडरशिप में आई तो हम बजरंग दल को कर्नाटका से नहीं भारत तक से भी मतलब उसको बैन कर देंगे. जिन एक मतलब बजरंग दल जैसे संगठन किसी अलग धर्म से किसी एक संगठन के साथ बजरंग दल को जोड़कर उस संगठन और बजरंग दल में रात दिन का फर्क है. और बजरंग दल हिंदू धर्म का सुरक्षा कवच है. हिंदू धर्म पर अगर किसी ने भी गलत नज़र से कोई सी नीयत रखी तो उसके लिए बजरंग दल सारी हदें पार करने के लिए भी रेडी रहता है. बस यही हमारा कहना है.
We have some of the other people as well. Let's go across and speak to them. What do you see of this whole context? Why does this come every time only when there are elections? When there is no elections, everything is absolutely normal. But do you think as a citizen these things come up only during these elections?
इनको इलेक्शन के टाइम ही ये सब याद क्यों आता है? इलेक्शन के टाइम ही ये हिंदू धर्म से जुड़े हुए लोगों के ऊपर क्यों करते हैं? बजरंग बली क्या सनातन क्या अकेले बीजेपी के हैं क्या? ये हमारे सनातन धर्म से जुड़ा हुआ मुद्दा है. हनुमान चालीसा हम कहीं रोड पे तो बोल नहीं रहे ना, हम हमारे एक जगह पे बोल रहे हैं. अगर रोड के ऊपर बोलते होते तो बोल सकते थे कि गलत बोल रहे हैं. सनातन धर्म से जुड़े हुए मुद्दों के ऊपर कांग्रेस हमेशा से ही है ना कुठाराघात करने की कोशिश करता है और इसका इनको रिजल्ट सहना देखना पड़ेगा. क्योंकि हम बजरंग बली के ऊपर बजरंग बली किसी एक के नहीं है ना, बजरंग बली सनातन धर्म के है और सनातन धर्म के ऊपर कांग्रेस हमेशा से करता है. पीएफआई आज से बैन नहीं है, पीएफआई कभी से बैन है. बजरंग दल हर बार कोई कुछ गलत कभी किया नहीं है आज तक ना. बजरंग दल का एक खाली सनातन धर्म से जुड़ा हुआ है. और हम यहाँ पे हनुमान चालीसा जो बोल रहे हैं तो हम हमारे घरों में भी हनुमान चालीसा बोलते हैं और यहाँ भी हम हनुमान चालीसा रोड पे नहीं बोल रहे हैं, हमारे जगह पे बोल रहे हैं. तो ये कोई गलत नहीं है.
You know, we will also try speaking. We'll also come back to you. We'll try speaking to a few women as well. Let's go across and get in some reactions too. So let's go across and get in a few reactions from the women who have also come in here. And let's go on and speak to them. But before that, just take a look at the protesters who have come out here. The voices are varied. Now Hanuman Chalisa is being recited here. More and more number of people coming out in huge numbers, protesting, stating that these issues come up only during elections. Otherwise, they see absolutely no problem during the other times as well. So this is something that needs to be understood now. And how is the Congress party exactly going to tackle this is something which only time will have to answer. But opinions are definitely divided among the Congress, and we can definitely see a crack in the leadership too. So these protests will go on. We're also expected to see that a massive protest across the entire state will be launched at 7 p.m. outside all the Ram and Hanuman temples as well. So that is something that we need to go ahead and see, even as we are seeing these visuals on our screens.
Right. And meanwhile, what are the other reactions that are coming in politically, Prajwal, as you were telling us? It's mostly in coastal Karnataka that this impact is likely to be felt, not in the rest. Well, has this changed, the kind of narrative, the kind of stakes, the kind of issues that people would be concerned about when they go into vote on the 10th of May? Has this changed the direction of the battle for Karnataka?
For now, Rukma, at least this changes the narrative of the battle in Dakshina Kannada as well, because what we need to clearly understand is that the BJP has a clear stronghold over Dakshina Kannada, and the Congress were looking to make inroads over here and try to get in a few assembly constituencies as well, with a few of the turncoats from the BJP joining the Congress from the Dakshina Kannada unit too, and somewhere they felt that they were inching closer and could make inroads essentially. But after this particular issue which has now been raised, which was released in the Congress manifesto, this has clearly gone across and taken center stage, and it is turning out to be a talking point. More so ever now, when the Congress is taking this as a whole narrative, the party in itself is divided, because somewhere the Congress state leadership and a few of the leaders within the state party are disgruntled with the central leadership, and many of them are stating that this was added in the last moment. Essentially, Veerappa Moily, the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, has pointed this out. He's repeatedly stating that they were under some undue pressure, and it was added in the last minute as well, and this is clearly confirmed too now. So therefore, somewhere the Congress, which was thinking that it was inching closer, going ahead, making some sort of headway into Dakshina Kannada, has suffered quite a setback, because as of now this is limited only to Bengaluru and Dakshina Kannada, but over the next few days the narrative could change entirely, with many of them going against the Congress, out and out going against the Congress, which could turn out to be the turning point in the entire elections too. So the Congress will have to definitely go ahead, see as to how they play their cards now, because they are on a firefighting spree. Because somewhere DK Shivkumar, the KPCC chief who spoke to us, he clearly stated that it is essentially not a ban. Read between the lines. If they are only involved in unlawful activities, mainly trying to disturb the peace and harmony in the region, trying to incite one community against the other, then we will think about a ban, is what he essentially states. But the other leaders, say for the AICC General Secretary Randeep Singh Surjewala, directly he states that it... Yes.
Right, Prajwal, I'll be coming back to you. But I'd like our viewers to listen to that interview that you did a short while back with Sharan Pampwell, the secretary of the VHP, when he spoke about the Congress Bajrang Dal controversy. Viewers, here is that tic-tac with my colleague Prajwal.
देख लीजिए, बजरंग दल एक राष्ट्रीय संगठन है और हमारा देशभक्त संगठन है. हम तो एक्सट्रीम वो क्या बोल रहा है ऐसा हमारा संगठन नहीं है. हम सामाजिक भी काम कर रहे हैं. फिर हमारा हिंदू हमारा श्रद्धा बिंदु है, और कुछ हमारा गौमाता का कुछ जगह में गौमाता का रक्षण के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं. हमारा बेटी बहनों का रक्षण के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं. इतना हम काम करने वाला एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. पूरा देश भर में 60,000 विलेज में बजरंग दल का काम है. कर्नाटक में करीब 2000 विलेज में बजरंग दल का काम चल रहे हैं. अभी तक बजरंग दल का बैन करने का कोशिश किसी ने भी अभी तक कर्नाटक में नहीं किया है. अभी तो कांग्रेस ने बोला है बजरंग दल को बैन कर रहे हैं. और भी एक बात बताए, पीएफआई को हमको कंपेयर किया है. तो पीएफआई अलग है, वो देशद्रोही ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसको टेररिस्ट का साथ लिंक है. और 2047 में क्या पूरा देश में इस्लामिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, इस्लामिक राज्य देश बनाने का क्या सोच रहा है, इसका पीछे पीएफआई है. उसको क्या कंपेयर कर रहा है कांग्रेस, ये गलत है। इसलिए बजरंग दल इस चुनाव में हमने सोचा है,
एक जो पीएफआई की आप मुद्दा बोल रहे हैं वो भी एक महत्वपूर्ण मुद्दा है, उस पर भी मैं आऊंगी। पर शुरुआत में अगर जैसा कि आपने एक चीज बताई कि पॉलिटिक्स में मोस्टली हमें नहीं देखने को मिलता कि बजरंग दल वीएचपी कुछ कैंपेन कर रही है या ऐसा कुछ कर रही है, जैसा कि आपने बताया धार्मिक संस्थाओं जैसे काम करते हैं आप लोग। तो इस वक्त आपको क्यों लग रहा है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी बोल रही है कि शुरुआत से सरदार पटेल के टाइम से एक बैन मांगा जा रहा था ये आरएसएस के ऊपर, बजरंग दल के ऊपर, वीएचपी के ऊपर, ये सारी जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, और उन्होंने कहा कि ये इस लास्ट 5 साल में काफी बार बजरंग दल ने कम्युनलाइज करने की कोशिश की है, पोलराइज करने की कोशिश की है। उन्होंने उनके आक्षेप ये सारे हैं कि कम्युनल एंगल जरूर है बजरंग दल का।
देख लीजिए हम कब कम्युनलाइजेशन किया है, हम देश विरोधी काम कुछ भी नहीं किया है। किधर भी रास्ते में कोई हमारा गौ माता को चोरी करके घर घर जाके तलवार दिखा के चोरी करके देखते हैं तो हम उसका विरुद्ध प्रोटेस्ट करने का हमारा काम है। कोई किसी गांव में हमारा
So now you know we are getting in these exclusive visuals where pro-Hindu activists are performing a Go Puja right here outside the temple, where they had gathered in huge numbers as well, and we are seeing some of the ladies from the pro-Hindu organizations of the Bajrang Dal and VHP essentially going ahead and praying, performing a puja, because essentially they are stating that they consider this to be sacred. They considered this as an act of act to be auspicious as well, and before beginning any sort of activity they will have to go ahead and perform the rituals, and this is essentially how they are going to start off this protest. Yes, Hanuman Chalisa has already started at one location. Now at the other location we are clearly going ahead and seeing that a Go Puja is also being performed. Let's also we will shortly get in reactions too. We are seeing that this they are performing pujas as well. We are seeing Mr. Shashi, who's the VHP leader out here in Bengaluru, performing the Go Puja out there, essentially stating that all the Hindus are united and no matter what they will stick together and they will stay together as well. On this note, we'll quickly go back to you out there, Rukma, in the studios, even as action continues on the ground.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician, I'm not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, a 6-time MLA, former chief minister, former deputy chief minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician, I'm not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time for your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
And you're watching Live in Breaking on Republic. All the breaking news coming in at this point. The polling, we're talking about the elections in Karnataka, as we are seeing that the Congress party itself, which had brought out the proposal, the promise that it would ban the Bajrang Dal, equating the Bajrang Dal with the PFI, is now backtracking as massive protests break out. The former Chief Minister and Congress leader, we hear saying they cannot ban the Bajrang Dal. Congress divided over banning Bajrang Dal in Karnataka.
PMF ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟನೆ DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದಂತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದೆನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇರುವ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದರ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಇಂಥ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ, ಹೇಟ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸು, ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಆದರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್. ನಾನು ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಲೀಡರ್, we have no proposal to ban Bajrang Dal.
So right now we are again witnessing more and more protests which are breaking out, and we are seeing unique protests which are happening out there on the streets of Bengaluru, where a cattle has been brought in and they're performing Go Puja to it, stating that this is considered to be auspicious and she is equally also the goddess of wealth too, and they consider this to be something which is very important and crucial. And at this point of time now, after a few hours, they will go ahead, regroup, and also will be going across to all the Ram temples and the Hanuman temples, and will again begin reciting the Hanuman Chalisa as well, because this is only the first leg of protest and it will only intensify as the day progresses too. And we are expecting that at 7 p.m. today across all the constituencies, not only limited to Bengaluru but Karnataka, there will be a huge protest. On this note, we'll quickly slip into a short break, but more updates on the other side as we continue our live and rolling coverage. Stay tuned.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, even I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician, I am not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, even I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician, I am not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who are members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of
In other top stories, DCW chief alleges she was manhandled by drunk personnel of Delhi police amid the scuffle that broke out over beds at Jantar Mantar last night. NI continues to conduct raids to search and pacify terror threats in the hinterlands of the Kashmir Valley. This ahead of the G20 working group meeting scheduled for later this month. BJP National General Secretary Dushyant Gautam lashes out at the Congress for its manifesto aim to ban the Bajrang Dal. Gautam says Congress supports anti-national elements.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov arrives in Goa for scheduled SCO meeting today. Among other attendees are Chinese Foreign Minister Qin Gang and Pak Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto. And in news that's coming up, India set to hold two-day meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Goa beginning today. Also, Bilawal Bhutto, Sergei Lavrov and Qin Gang in India for the big SCO meet.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, even I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician, I am not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, even I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician, I am not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know.
watching live and breaking. It's 11 a.m. I'm Samiksha Srivastava, tracking all that's making news from across the country, starting first with the top headlines at 11 a.m. Bajrang Dal controversy explodes. VHP stages Hanuman Chalisa recital across the state. BJP burns Congress manifesto in protest against the demand to ban the Bajrang Dal. Big divide in Congress. Former UPA minister says state government has no right to ban groups. Phase 1 of critical civic body polls in Uttar Pradesh. All eyes on results on 13th of May. Foreign Minister of Russia lands in Goa for SCO summit. Ukraine issue likely to be discussed. Army Assam Rifles troops deployed in Manipur to tackle violence. And we start with the latest that's coming from Manipur, where the situation still remains tense. Home Minister Amit Shah, we understand, has spoken to Manipur Chief Minister as well in connection with the violence that was reported in the state late last night. Centre, in fact, is closely monitoring the situation after tribal groups in the state of in Manipur were seen indulging in violence. So situation still tense, and Centre they're closely monitoring the situation in Manipur with army personnel also having been deployed by the centre. We're given to understand that Home Minister Amit Shah has also dialed the Manipur Chief Minister to take stock of the situation. Listen in to the first reaction that's also coming from the Manipur Chief Minister on the situation so far.
During the last around 24 hours, some incident of clashes, vandalisms and arson have been reported in Imphal, Shoshanpur, Bishnupur, Kangpokpi and More, etc. Precious lives have been lost, besides damage of property of residents, which is very, very unfortunate. These accidents are a result of prevailing misunderstanding between two sections of our society. The state government is seized of the developments and taking all steps to control the law and order situation. Additional central paramilitary forces have been requisitioned for deployment in sensitive areas. We are committed to protect the life and property of our peoples. Long-term grievances of communities will also be suitably addressed in due course in consultation with the peoples and their representative organization. Manipur is a state in which we have all coexisted for centuries. We should not allow the culture of communal harmony between the people living in the state to be disturbed by vested interests. In this hour, I appeal to one and all to maintain peace and harmony in your respective areas. I urge you not to believe in rumors and unverified messages. While soliciting your cooperation in maintaining peace, the deployed state police and the central forces have been directed to take strict action against individuals and a group indulging in violence. We should all stand united to restore normalcy in Manipur at the earliest.
Alright, so there you heard the Manipur Chief Minister appealing for peace, saying that one should not indulge in rumour mongering, especially at this stage. Aniruddha, how's the situation looking like right now? We understand that Home Minister Amit Shah has already taken stock and even spoken to the Manipur Chief Minister.
Yes, Samiksha, the situation continues to remain very critical at this point in time. In fact, Army and Assam Rifles have also been requisitioned by the state government to maintain the law and order situation. Last night also, army carried out like masses at several places in Bishnupur, Surasanpur, as well as parts of Impal, and also today morning also the army has been carried out like mass in several areas. Curfew is in place as of now, and internet has been suspended for the next 5 days. The Chief Minister and all political parties have also appealed the people not to indulge in violence. Several houses have been burned in Surasanpur, in Bishnupur, and also in parts of Imphal last night. And also some press reports of violence are coming in from different parts of Manipur today. The entire state continues to remain under monitoring of the central government, as well as the state agencies are working very closely to control the situation as of now, Samisa.
Yes, but Aniruddha, also the big update coming in this hour is that in a joint operation by the Indian Army as well as the Assam Rifles, more than 7,500 people have been evacuated to safer places. Give us more details on what exactly is the situation as we speak and about those people who've been moved to safer places.
Yes, Samisa, this violence was very unprecedented. As soon as the High Court order came to give the requisite status to the Meitei community, which is the majority community in Manipur, violence broke out. In fact, yesterday the Manipur High Court also made an appeal to the people of the state to respect the court order, to respect the decision of the Manipur High Court, because it is not the ruling of the government, but it is the ruling of the High Court, as per which this action or the initiative to give ST status to the Meiteis are being carried out. So the High Court has also appealed the people of the state. And as you pointed out, since the violence was very unprecedented, many people were stranded in different parts of Manipur, and it was after the army and the Assam Rifles came into the scene that last night, and even now also as we talk, rescue operation in different parts of Manipur are underway, and people are being taken either to their home or to the safer places where the security is tightly in place.
All right, Aniruddha, stay with us. So Aniruddha, of course, getting us the latest, and as we speak, we understand that the rescue operation is still on. In fact, late last night, the rescue operation started. More than 7,500 people have already been evacuated to safer places. A reaction that's also come from Maricom on the situation in Manipur. Listen in.
इसके बारे में क्या बताऊं, अभी ये सिचुएशन अभी बहुत बुरा हाल हो रहा है और मैं बहुत अच्छा फील नहीं कर रही हूँ. एक्चुअली बहुत बुरा फील कर रही हूँ कि अभी ये वायलेंस अचानक मैं सोच भी नहीं पाया ऐसे अचानक कैसे हो रहा है करके. और ये कल रात से लेके बहुत भयंकर मतलब वो ज्यादा हो रहा है. और मुझे चाहती हूँ कि हो सकता है तो जल्दी से जल्दी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कुछ करे कि मणिपुर में ये दोबारा मतलब ये पीस को ये सिचुएशन को खत्म होने के लिए ये मैं रिक्वेस्ट कर रही हूँ.
Heard Maricom seeking the intervention from the centre as well on the escalating situation in Manipur. And as we speak, remember the Home Minister Amit Shah in this case has already taken stock, spoken to the Manipur Chief Minister himself. And also rescue operations, we understand, are still on, which started late last night, in which more than 7,000 people have already been evacuated and moved to safer places. And news that's just coming in from poll-bound Karnataka, which is all set to go for polls in just 6 days from now. A video that has surfaced, which shows Congress workers allegedly distributing money to people in the background. Someone is even heard saying, "Vote for a candidate." In this case, the video is said to be from a particular location in Bengaluru. The BJP has even filed a complaint over this video with the police as well as the Election Commission. So there you see the video, which has even gone viral on social media, in which several of these Congress workers are seen distributing money to people. Prajwal getting us that news break from Bengaluru. Prajwal, give us more details. Yet another video where we see these Congress people distributing money to the voters.
Yes, Samiksha. Now we get to understand that this particular video has gone viral, where it is not only Zamir Ahmad but an independent candidate from Chamrajpet, Shiv Kumar, is also seen distributing money over here, and therefore Union Minister Shobha Karandlaje has now filed a complaint with the Election Commission as well as with the Police Commissioner too. And she stated that Zamir Ahmad and Shiv Kumar were issuing 500 rupees by collecting tokens as well. But nowhere in the video is Zamir Ahmad seen there, and it is being understood that they are Congress cadres because some of them are also wearing shawls of the Congress party too, and rupees 500 denomination notes are being distributed, and this is a violation of the Model Code of Conduct. And it is also now being stated that some of the children are also being seen in this particular video for campaigning, and they have also been bribed, and it is against the rules of the Election Commission to be using the children for campaigning as well. And they have stated that action should be taken against him under IPC section 171 and under IPC section 171E, which amounts to bribing and enticing a person intentionally too. And now it is Zamir Ahmad has definitely not given any sort of he's not given any sort of clarification at this point of time, but it is being stated that several other CDs have also now been given to the Election Commission, and the BJP is demanding that the Election Commission should act strictly against both Zamir Ahmad, who is the Congress candidate from the Chamrajpet Assembly constituency, as well as the independent candidate Shivakumar from the Chamrajpet Assembly constituency. So all in all, it's turning out to be a huge battle out there with these cash distribution also being seen in large numbers, and this video as of now is still being verified by the Election Commission, after which they have stated that action will be taken against the guilty.
All right, Prajwal, stay with us. And just to tell our viewers also, this video that Prajwal is getting us, where you see several of these Congress workers who are not just seen distributing money to the voters, but also using children as bait as well to carry out, to distribute money to the voters in Bengaluru as we speak. So a lot that the Congress will also have to answer. We understand a complaint has already been filed by the BJP, and the EC has also been apprised of this whole matter. Prajwal, to come back to you again, give us more details, any response, any reaction that has come in from the Election Commission as of yet?
No, as of now, the Election Commission is still going through the video and is also verifying it because they want to clearly understand whether this has happened in Chamrajpet or whether it has happened in any other assembly constituency. But what they are clearly going ahead and stating over here is the fact that the independent candidate Shivakumar has now declared an open alliance despite him being a candidate from the same assembly constituency, and he is also asking them to vote for Zamir Rana. In one particular conversation there, he's saying vote for Zamir Rana. He's saying in that. So Zamir Rana is ideally refers to Zamir Ahmad Khan, who is the Congress candidate as well. And this is something which the BJP is pointing out, the legal team in particular, stating that this belongs from the Chamrajpet Assembly constituency because the candidate is openly seen, an independent candidate is openly seen campaigning for Zamir Ahmad Khan.
All right, Prajwal, we leave it that. So Prajwal, of course, getting us the latest from Karnataka, and there you see an independent candidate and being supported by the Congress workers to woo the voters of Karnataka. We slip into a very short break, but lots coming up on the other side of this break on all that's making news from the poll-bound state of Karnataka that heads for polls on 10th of May with the results that will also be declared in just 3 days after the polling takes place on 10th of May. And also tracking on the other side, the latest from Karnataka, where BJP has now burnt the Congress manifesto in protest against the demand to ban the Bajrang Dal.
do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician. I'm not a sannyasi. But my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician. I'm not a sannyasi. But my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician.
Tracking the big news from the state of Uttar Pradesh, where the polling has begun to elect the urban body chiefs in 37 districts of Uttar Pradesh. That is being held in the first phase today. The voting is being held in 37 districts of 9 divisions and 10 municipal corporations. In fact, in 10 municipal corporations, the voting will be held in 830 wards, and the polling would take place in more than 9,000 polling booths. Let's cut across to Monica, who's joining us live from Gorakhpur. Monica, give us a sense of how important this municipal poll is, given that it is happening in 37 districts, in which the fate of 44,000 candidates is in play.
बिल्कुल, देखिए ये जो नगर निकाय चुनाव है, इस बार के नगर निकाय चुनाव बहुत ज़्यादा दिलचस्प हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि जिस तरीके से हम सभी जानते हैं कि 2024 की तैयारी सभी पार्टियों ने अभी से करनी शुरू कर दी है, तो ऐसे में इसे एक लिटमस टेस्ट के तौर पर भी देखा जा सकता है, क्योंकि उत्तर प्रदेश एक बहुत बड़ा राज्य है और उत्तर प्रदेश के जरिए ही केंद्र की सत्ता का रास्ता होकर जाता है, और इसके जरिए कहीं ना कहीं शहर की सरकार के जरिए, नगर निकाय चुनावों के जरिए कहीं ना कहीं जनता का जो मूड है वो भांपने की कोशिश की जा रही है कि जनता का मूड क्या है, और इसको 2024 के लिहाज से भी एक बड़े चुनावों के तौर पर देखा जा रहा है कि जनता का मूड क्या है, किस तरफ उनका रुझान ज्यादा है, किस पार्टी को वो ज्यादा पसंद कर रहे हैं। ये सारी जो चीजें हैं, जब नगर निकाय चुनावों के नतीजे आएंगे 13 तारीख को, 13 मई को, तो नतीजों के जरिए साफ हो जाएगा। इधर ये हमारे साथ कुछ लोग हैं, इनसे भी बातचीत करते हैं। आपने अपना वोट दे दिया है जी। मन में मुद्दे क्या हैं, किन मुद्दों के आधार पर आपने वोट?
हम लोग मुद्दा महंगाई, बस
महंगाई का मुद्दा एक बड़ा मुद्दा है,
बहुत मुद्दा। देखिए 50-60 रुपये सिलेंडर का दाम फिर बढ़ गया, पहले अभी एक हफ्ता के अंदर है। हाँ। तो कितनी महंगाई झेला जाए, कमाई के हिसाब से कहाँ से हम लोग क्या करें।
देखिए ये महंगाई के मुद्दे पर इन्होंने वोट दिया, हर किसी के अलग अलग मुद्दे। एक महिला हमारे साथ है, आप महिला हैं, आपने अपना वोट कास्ट कर दिया। हाँ। आपके मन में क्या मुद्दा था, किस मुद्दे के आधार पर आपने वोट दिया?
अरे अच्छा देश हो, महंगाई कम हो, और क्या चाहिए बस।
देखिए अच्छा हो सब कुछ और महंगाई कम हो, और महिलाओं के लिए तो वाकई में महंगाई और भी एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा बन जाता है, क्योंकि आखिरकार इन्हें अपने घर का जो बजट है वो संभालना होता है। इसके साथ ही मैं आपको बूथ की तस्वीरें भी दिखा देती हूँ। ये देखिए यहाँ पर आप लोगों को देख सकते हैं जो कि बारी बारी अंदर बूथ के जा रहे हैं। ये प्राथमिक विद्यालय है, इंग्लिश मीडियम प्राथमिक विद्यालय, जिसे बूथ बनाया गया है, सेंटर बनाया गया है, और यहाँ पर ये देखिए लोग लगातार एक एक कर अपना जो वोट है वो कास्ट करने के लिए पहुंच रहे हैं। हालांकि अगर हम मतदान प्रतिशत की बात करें तो देखिए वोटिंग परसेंटेज अभी ऐसा कुछ बहुत ज्यादा खास नहीं देखा जा रहा है, क्योंकि 11 से भी ज्यादा का वक्त हो चुका है और सुबह 9 बजे तक का जो वोटिंग प्रतिशत हमारे सामने आया है। अगर हम नगर निगम की बात करें तो 5.4 नगर निगम के लिए वोटिंग प्रतिशत सामने आया, और अगर हम पंचायतों के लिहाज से बात करें तो 9.42 पंचायतों के लिहाज से जो वोटिंग प्रतिशत है वो सामने आया है। अब ऐसे में अगला वोटिंग प्रतिशत जो सामने आएगा उसका इंतजार करना होगा। हालांकि सुबह के वक्त मैंने खुद देखा कि लोगों की जो भीड़ थी वो कुछ ऐसी खास नहीं देखी जा रही थी। मुख्यमंत्री ने खुद अपील भी की कि घरों से बाहर निकले, वोट करें, पहले मतदान करें, फिर जलपान करें, लेकिन जो भीड़ अब आनी शुरू हुई है वो देखिए धीरे धीरे अब आनी शुरू हुई है। जाहिर सी बात है, लोग अपने घरों का काम पूरा करते हैं, अपने घरों में कामकाज पूरा करने के बाद फिर अपना वोट कास्ट करने के लिए निकलते हैं। इसमें धीरे धीरे लोगों की जो संख्या है वो आप पोलिंग सेंटर्स पर देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर लोग आ रहे हैं और अपना वोट कास्ट कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पर ये हमारे साथ है, इनसे भी हम बातचीत करेंगे। आप अपना वोट देने के लिए आए हैं
जी।
मन में क्या मुद्दे हैं, किन किन विषयों के आधार पर या किन मुद्दों के आधार पर अपना वोट देंगे?
विकास मुद्दा है।
विकास एक बड़ा मुद्दा है। गोरखपुर में विकास हुआ है
जी,
गोरखपुर में विकास हुआ है। देखिए गोरखपुर मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ का गढ़ हो जाता है, और ऐसे में गोरखपुर एक बहुत बड़ा क्षेत्र, बहुत बड़ा शहर इसीलिए भी हो जाता है क्योंकि मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ यहाँ से आते हैं। और जिस तरीके से उत्तर प्रदेश का हम कह रहे हैं, उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव, निकाय के चुनाव बहुत महत्वपूर्ण हो जाते हैं। बैक टू स्टूडियो।
Yes, and Monica, let's not forget an important election that's taking place that would determine the voter sentiment as well, just ahead of the 2024 general elections. Also listening to the reaction that came in from the UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath early this morning as he went to cast his vote for the municipal polls in 37 districts of Uttar Pradesh.
नगर निकाय के चुनाव के प्रथम चरण का आज मतदान प्रारंभ हो चुका है। मैंने अभी मतदान किया है। पूरे प्रदेश में 4 करोड़ 32 लाख से अधिक मतदाता नगर निकाय चुनाव में 2 चरणों में होने वाले चुनाव में भाग लेकर के नगरीय व्यवस्था को सुदृढ़ बनाने, सुंदर बनाने और स्मार्ट सिटी और सेफ सिटी के कॉन्सेप्ट को लागू करने के लिए प्रदेश की जनता जनार्दन और नगरीय क्षेत्र के मतदाताओं के द्वारा ये चुनाव प्रारंभ हो रहा है। आज प्रदेश के 10 नगर निगम में 104 नगर पंचायतों में, नगर पालिकाओं में और 276 नगर पंचायतों में कुल 7,288 वार्ड में ये चुनाव संपन्न होंगे, जिसमें मतदान केंद्र 7,362 हैं और कुल जो बूथ हैं वो 23,617 बूथों पर ये चुनाव अभी 7 बजे से प्रारंभ हो गया है, जिसमें 2,40,00,000 से अधिक मतदाता आज अपने मताधिकार का प्रयोग करेंगे।
And we slip in a very short break. On the other side, we get you live coverage from Goa as the big SEO summit is all set to begin today. And also closely tracking all the developments from Manipur, where the army has been deployed to carry out rescue operations.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, a 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician, I am not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, a 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader of who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I am a politician, I am not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
Bajrang Dal controversy explodes. The BHP stages Hanuman Chalisa recital across Karnataka.
कर्नाटक में कांग्रेस वाले ये बजरंग दल को पीएफआई के साथ जोड़ रहा है। सिर्फ बजरंग दल का नाम बोलने के लिए कांग्रेस को वो करेज नहीं है।
BJP burns the Congress's manifesto in protest against the demand to ban the Bajrang Dal. BJP big divide in the Congress party. Former UPA minister says the state government has no right to ban groups. Phase 1 of critical civic body elections in Uttar Pradesh. All eyes are on the results on the 13th of May. Foreign Minister of Russia lands in Goa for the SCO summit. Ukraine issue could be discussed. The army, the Assam Rifles, is deployed in Manipur to tackle violence. Good afternoon and welcome. You are watching live and breaking on Republic TV. I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. Well, the Bajrang Dal controversy has now become the #1 talking point in the run-up to the Karnataka elections. The Bajrang Dal, of course, is holding protests at various sites across Karnataka. It has been joined by the BJP as well. Now, even as this happens, within the Congress party, there seems to be a divide with Veerappa Moily saying that the state government cannot ban any organization, and also, of course, questions being raised about whether this is endorsed by the entire Congress party. Let's listen in first to a reaction that we have got from Veerappa Moily.
PMF ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಸರ್ಕಾರದ, ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನು ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಜರಂಗ ದಳವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟನೆ DK ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದಂಥ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದೆನೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇರುವ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದರ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಇಂಥ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಜಡ್ಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ, ಹೇಟ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸು, ಅದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್. ನಾನು ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಎ ಲೀಡರ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಜರಂಗ್ ದಳ.
Aneri is reporting from Bengaluru and Priyanka is live from Bengaluru. Aneri, to you first. Aneri, since the morning we have seen the Bajrang Dal as well as the VHP and the BJP protesting against the Congress's manifesto in various parts of Karnataka, particularly so in Bengaluru, where the BHP has also given a call for the recital of the Hanuman Chalisa, I think, from various temples. So give us a sense of how largely the BJP, the VHP and the Bajrang Dal are planning to oppose this.
Well, that's right, Nupur. We have been seeing how there has been massive protest. Well, as a mark of protest, all the BHP, Bajrang Dal leaders have been chanting Hanuman Chalisa, and also at the same time we are seeing how there has been a divide among the Congress party. Well, few leaders are not really very taking up a stand on the mention of Bajrang Dal ban in the manifesto of the Congress party, whereas now we also see that the former Chief Minister Veerappa Moily has come out with a statement saying that it's not the state government's decision to ban any organization, but also at the same time DK Shivkumar had also stated that he himself is a believer and a devotee of Bajrang Bali, but do not do politics, do not divert, because Bajrang Dal and Bajrang Bali are two different things. But however, we are seeing that how the BJP and also we have been seeing top BJP leaders, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, to other leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, have taken out all on the Congress party since the time the Congress manifesto was released. And also at the same time now we are seeing that the BJP has called Congress manifesto more like a PFI manifesto, which works on the behest of BJP mentions that Congress Party's manifesto was on the behest of the PFI, and that is the reason why they have come up with such things. But also at the same time, Nupur, not to forget how, now today evening also there will be as a mark of protest there all the people have been asked to gather at various temples across the state of Karnataka at 7 p.m. where they will once again be chanting Hanuman Chalisa. And also we are seeing that how the opposition parties have been questioning the massive face-off between the BJP and the Congress over this, but also at the same time we are seeing how extensive campaigning is being done by the BJP and the Congress as we are on the last leg of campaigning for the Karnataka elections.
Stay with us, Aneri. Let's go across to Priyanka. Priyanka, is there a sense amongst the people that the real issues, are being perhaps sidelined because of this new controversy which has been set off by the Congress Party's manifesto?
And not just that, Nupur, it seems as though the Congress Party itself is in a second mind and they are second guessing this point that they have put in the manifesto, it seems, because as Aneri was also pointing out, Veerappa Moily has also made this statement. So what he's essentially tried to say is that the Congress leadership is not there in the central government, and which is why they cannot impose this ban if they want to. And that's essentially what Veerappa Moily had also said, and he has said that DK Shivkumar will give more clarity on this as far as the legalities of this is concerned. But the point being, if they have made this statement that they will not be able to impose this ban, why was this point even put in the manifesto is something that the Congress Party internally, it seems, is also questioning when it comes to the manifesto itself, because they are also having these mixed voices coming out from senior leaders like Veerappa Moily as well, and he's now passed the buck and said DK Shivkumar will give more clarification on what it actually means. But essentially what he has said that even if the Karnataka state government has been formed by the Congress Party, they will not be able to impose this ban because the central government does not have Congress in power as well. Now, apart from that, we do see that the kind of chord that this is striking with the general people as well. We did see a lot of confusion. We did see, because as Aneri pointed out as well, that the Congress is trying to make this difference that they are not against the Bajrangis or the Bajrang supporters or people who have a faith in that God, but they are against the Bajrang Dal, the organization who's carrying out these extremist activities on the ground, is something that the Congress is trying to say. But there is a level of confusion when it comes to the ground level politics of it, the narrative building of it, and the people who are actually listening to these things completely not able to understand as to what the Congress Party was really trying to say.
Absolutely. Stay with us. Priyanka, we're going to come back to you in just a bit, but here are some more reactions that we are getting.
कि मेरा नॉट टू वोट फॉर कांग्रेस तो करें, लेकिन भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट करें ताकि कांग्रेस के मुंह पे एक जोरदार जवाब जाए कर्नाटक की जनता का। अरे आप सोच कैसे सकते हो? पीएफआई जो आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा देता है, जो देश को तोड़ने का प्रयास करता है, जिसके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, कांग्रेस की सरकार के समय सिद्धरमैया ने उनके लोगों को छोड़ने का काम किया। पीएफआई के लोगों को छोड़ने का काम सिद्धरमैया ने किया। कांग्रेस इनका संरक्षण करती है। जो ऐसी ताकतें हैं जो देश विरोधी हैं उनका समर्थन करती हैं। और आप पहले राम के नाम पे प्रश्न चिन्ह खड़ा कर दो, भगवान राम पर प्रश्न चिन्ह कांग्रेस ने खड़ा कर दिया, अब बजरंग बली पर। ये कैसी मानसिकता है कांग्रेस की? क्या राहुल गांधी जी जागिए, खड़गे जी के जो आपके राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष हैं, उनके राज्य में जब आप आते और कहते बजरंग बली को कैद करेंगे और बजरंग दल के खिलाफ कार्रवाई करेंगे, तो मैं समझता हूं ये कांग्रेस का दिवालियापन है। इनकी सोच दिखाती है कि ये कैसे मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति में लगे हैं। ये अपीसमेंट की पॉलिटिक्स जो करते हैं, इनको कहीं ना लेकर गई है ना कहीं लेकर जाएगी। उत्तर प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, मणिपुर, गोवा, त्रिपुरा, असम, मेघालय, नागालैंड, मिजोरम, सब जगह पे इनकी हार हुई है कांग्रेस की,
और भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए की जीत हुई। तो कांग्रेस जब जब तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति करेगी लोग मुंह तोड़ जवाब देंगे। भारतीय जनता पार्टी मोदी जी के नेतृत्व पर, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के काम पर और अपनी नीतियों पर, अपने दृष्टिपत्र को लेकर जनता के बीच में जाते हैं। लोग हमारा समर्थन कर रहे हैं। कर्नाटक में रिकॉर्ड एफडीआई आई, रिकॉर्ड विकास हुआ और कर्नाटक को आगे ले जाने का काम हुआ है। और मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है डबल इंजन की सरकार, लोग और समर्थन देंगे और वोट देंगे। अगर कांग्रेस को लगता है कि मोदी जी को मौत का सौदागर कहेंगे, नीच कहेंगे, बिच्छू कहेंगे, कुत्ते की मौत मरेगा कहेंगे और जहरीला सांप कहेंगे और ये कहेंगे मोदी तेरी कब्र खोदेगी, तो कब्र तो जनता किसकी खोदेगी ये समय बताएगा। लेकिन जब जब गाली गलौज कांग्रेस ने किया है, जब जब अपशब्द कहें, जब जब अपमानित किया है और जब जब मोदी जी पर कीचड़ उछाला है, उतना ही कमल खिला है और उतने ही मोदी जी निखर कर बाहर आए हैं और जनता ने उतना ज़्यादा स्वीकारा है।
Let's go back to Aneri right now. Aneri, give us also a sense of the campaign that we're expecting to see today. Of course, it's just a few days to go before the election. So in that sense, take us through.
Well, that's right, Nupur. Just few days left for the campaigning because on 10th of May we will be seeing Karnataka going to polls, and just before that all the leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party, of the Congress Party, JDS have been all on ground campaigning. Well, massive campaigning being taken up by all the leaders. Well, when we talk about the BJP's top guns, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, JP Nadda and all the other leaders have been doing massive extensive campaigning. Today we will be seeing Union Minister Kishan Reddy also being campaigning here in the state of Karnataka. But also let me remind you, Nupur, on the 6th of May will be one big day where Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be holding a mega roadshow of near about 37-kilometer long roadshow in Bengaluru, and also at the same time that comes as one of the turning point because we remember, Nupur, the Prime Minister has been doing campaigning. He has been addressing massive public meetings, and also today once again we will be seeing Prime Minister also holding two public meetings, addressing massive gathering in various parts of Karnataka. And on 6th of May all eyes on that as well, because it will be a mega roadshow by the Prime Minister, a 37-kilometer long roadshow here in Bengaluru region, which will cover many of the areas, and also at the same time it will be a big boost because just 2 days before the campaigning ends, Prime Minister will be doing this mega roadshow. So definitely a massive face-off, because at the same time when we talk about the Congress Party, they also have been doing extensive campaigning, let it be from Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi to Mallikarjun Kharge. All the leaders of the Congress Party, JDS leaders also have been doing campaigning in various constituencies. So definitely the face-off continues here in the state of Karnataka, but it all remains to be seen on the 13th of May who will form the government here for Karnataka.
All right. Thank you, Aneri, as well as Priyanka, for joining us on the broadcast for the moment. You are watching Republic TV, and after the break we will be shifting focus to the SCO meeting that's taking place in Goa. And the Army and the Assam Rifles troops have been deployed in Manipur to tackle violence.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician, I'm not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be holding talks with counterparts of Russia, China and Uzbekistan ahead of the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting in Goa. President Draupadi Murmu will embark on a 3-day visit to her home state of Odisha from today. According to the President's Secretariat, President Murmu will lay the foundation stone for the skill training hub and community centre at Odisha's Paharpur. An encounter broke out between security forces and militants in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. Security forces shot dead 2 terrorists and said incriminating evidence, including an AK-47, ammunition and cash was recovered. Infighting in Maharashtra opposition alliance, the Vikas Aghadi, has escalated after the state Congress chief Nana Patole on Wednesday slammed the UBT leader Sanjay Raut, saying that the latter should not interfere in political affairs of other parties. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be holding talks with counterparts of Russia, China and Uzbekistan ahead of the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting in Goa. President Draupadi Murmu will embark on a 3-day visit to her home state of Odisha from today. According to the President's Secretariat, President Murmu will lay the foundation stone for the skill training hub and community centre at Odisha's Paharpur. An encounter broke out between security forces and militants in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. Security forces shot dead 2 terrorists and said incriminating evidence, including an AK-47, ammunition and cash was recovered. Infighting in Maharashtra opposition alliance, the Vikas Aghadi, has escalated after the state Congress chief Nana Patole on Wednesday slammed the UBT leader Sanjay Raut, saying that the latter should not interfere in political affairs of other parties.
Popular Front of India that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
Popular Front of India that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be.
And we are going to win both the constituencies. BJP is going to win both the constituencies. There is no question of dent.
Sir, is there a tacit understanding between JDS and BJP?
There is no question of understanding. We are getting absolute majority.
Sir, I'm asking this question because H.D. Kumaraswamy last evening stated he hit at Congress on this Bajrang Dal issue. So we are understanding that he's trying to pacify with BJP.
He hits sometimes us, sometimes them. So he doesn't know when he hits anybody, somebody. So that's not the issue. In principally, we have decided to go it alone and get full majority.
So many are also stating, Bomai sir, that because you are a CM of Karnataka and therefore you are shying away to respond on the corruption allegation that's 40% Sarkar and pay CM.
I've been forefront. This 40% I asked the Contractors Association, give me a proof. They didn't give me. One of my ministers went to the court. They didn't give proof to the court. So it's a sinister campaign. Congress is behind this. And even today, there is not even a single case made out. People don't accept all this kind of things. Who is speaking is important. Congress is a Gangotri of corruption. In Karnataka, Congress has corrupted all the departments, and they removed the powers of Lokayukta, made ACB. 60 cases, including against Sidramaya, they have closed by ACB. Now have given them to Lokayukta. If Lokayukta was there, these people would have been punished.
Now, see the reservation policy. So, Supreme Court has put a stay on the state.
I answered enough now.
So, this is Basavaraj Bomai campaigning in Shigaon, his own constituency, and he is saying that this time BJP will win with a comfortable majority and there will be a no hung assembly or a fractured government. Along with video journalist Sadanand Harsha Chandwani reporting for Republic TV.
All right, so that was Basavaraj Bomai over there speaking to Harsha from Republic TV, talking about the various issues that essentially have become major talking points in the campaign in Karnataka. All right. So as Basvaraj Bommai, of course, denied allegations of corruption, saying that this is just plain talk, also going on to talk about the fact that there is no tacit understanding between the JDS and the BJP. That's something that's been alleged by the Congress earlier as well. So Basvaraj Bommai saying that there is no tacit understanding. In fact, he sees it as a three-way contest between the JDS, the BJP and the Congress party. Now, even as this happens, of course, the BJP has taken the campaign to the Congress's doorstep by bringing up the issue of the Bajrang Dal, and that essentially has also become one of the main talking points of this election campaign. The Bajrang Dal, the VHP and the BJP are organizing protests across Bengaluru over the issue of the Bajrang Dal and the Congress Party's manifesto, where it equated essentially the PFI to the Bajrang Dal. Bommai also saying there that he believes that the Bajrang Dal is not a terrorist outfit. Well, an unfortunate piece of news coming in. We can now confirm that the Jammu and Kashmir police has said that an army chopper has crashed in Kishtwar in Jammu and Kashmir. We are still trying to get more details as to how many people were on board that chopper and whether there have been any casualties in this crash so far. But a confirmation coming in that this chopper crash has taken place in Kishtwar in Jammu and Kashmir. I'm going to try and go across to our reporters on the ground to get more information on this, but at this moment we can confirm to you that there has been a chopper crash in Kishtwar. Gursimran joins us. Gursimran, tell us more, please.
Madhwa area of the Kishtwar, where this chopper of the Indian Army has crashed, and now we have got the first photos of this army chopper crash that has taken place. The details that we are picking up, that this is a Marsuda river in the Sumbal area of the Madhwa where this crash has happened, and now the relief and the rescue operations have been launched by the J&K police along with the local administration. Important to mention that the chopper has crashed, we are being told, 15 minutes after it has taken off from the Kishtwar. See, the Madhwa is a far-off area, and here... what it happens that during this time of the year, when it is snow-covered for most of the times, helicopters are used when it comes to the supply of essential commodities, and now what we are getting to know that 2 to 3 people, the number could be more also, but 2 to 3 people at least were on board when this helicopter took off from the Kishtwar district, and more details that we are now getting that some senior officers were also on board. Relief and rescue operations have been put into full swing by the district authorities in the Kishtwar district. We are getting more and more detail as we speak. We have got the first visuals of this helicopter crash, the first photos, and it can be seen that the helicopter has crashed into the river in the Kishtwar's this Madhwa area, which is a far-off area. When it comes to traveling it to via road, it takes around 11 to 12 hours. That is what we are getting to know from the senior officers, and it is Marsuda river in which the chopper has crashed into. The attempts was made, but due to a technical glitch, we are told that the helicopter lost its control, that the pilot lost the control over the helicopter, and it crashed into the Marsuda river. Now the relief and rescue operations are on so as to ensure that those precious lives which were on board can be saved at an earliest, and also we are being told that the Deputy Commissioner of the Kishtwar as well as the SSP of the Kishtwar, Khalil Poswal, they are on ground monitoring the situation. The senior officers of the J&K police, including ADG and DGP J&K, they have also been briefed about the situation, and so does the Chief Secretary of the Jammu and Kashmir. He has also been made aware about the incident that has been reported. The army authorities are also keeping a tab on what has happened, and also the related, because soon after the incident, there were some other choppers that were rushed for relief and rescue operations, and that is also being monitored by top brass of Indian Army.
All right. It does appear to be a chopper that crashed earlier this morning. We're going to get you more details on that. Gursimran reporting. Thank you for the moment. We'll come back to you. And still to come, the Foreign Minister of Russia is in Goa for the SCO summit.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will be taken.
For your party, Rahul Gandhi on a daily basis keeps abusing the RSS. Why would you then take Jagdish Shettar into the Congress fold?
They have their own experience, well-matured people, 6-time MLA, former Chief Minister, former Deputy Chief Minister. They know, you and I also know about the history of RSS. We believe in different ideology. So he also thought that now we have to go for a change. It is earlier RSS may be different, now RSS may be different.
You do still have the aspirations of being a chief minister, which almost every leader who spent so much time in public life would have that expectation. Why is it so wrong for you to admit the fact that yes, you have that kind of expectation?
Who said I don't have any aspiration? I'm a politician, I'm not a sannyasi, but my duty is to bring Congress party to power. And the party high command will decide on a democratic political process.
External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar will be holding talks with counterparts of Russia, China and Uzbekistan ahead of the SCO Foreign Ministers meeting in Goa. President Draupadi Murmu will embark on a 3-day visit to her home state of Odisha from today. According to the President's Secretariat, President Murmu will lay the foundation stone for the skill training hub and community centre at Odisha's Paharpur. An encounter broke out between security forces and militants in Baramulla district of Jammu and Kashmir. Security forces shot dead 2 terrorists and said incriminating evidence including an AK-47, ammunition and cash was recovered. Infighting in Maharashtra opposition alliance, the Maha Vikas Aghadi, has escalated after the state Congress chief Nana Patole on Wednesday slammed the UBT leader Sanjay Raut, saying that the latter should not interfere in political affairs of other parties.
Popular Front of India's that has been banned, founding members of the Popular Front of India who were members of SIMI, direct links when it comes to terror activities. But the fact of the matter is that you don't have any such evidence. How can you equate Bajrang Dal and the Popular Front of India?
Whoever tried to create disturbance in the public on peace, disharmony, communal harmony, action will